All right, so we need to finish up these notes. So we're going to do example C now. Find the measure of each angle. So you're going to see a little messy diagram here. We got two parallel lines because we know they're parallel because of these arrows. All right, so what I'm going to recommend is I'm actually going to extend this parallel line, the parallel lines out a little bit. And I'm going to extend the transversal, this transversal down. All right. What we have to do here is we have to analyze this diagram, maybe even draw a simpler picture to see what's going on. Okay? Because I have two parallel lines cut by two different transversals. Here's the first transversal, and here's the second transversal. So we have to be careful that we're not mixing up our numbers or anything going on. So what are we given? We are given, I'm going to erase these for now. All right, we are given this value of 107 and this value of 45. Okay? So I'm just going to start filling in what I can or what I know based off of the diagram. All right, well, I know vertical angles, so I know this has to be 107. Vertical angle for 45, so that's got to be 45. All right. Now, I'm going to start solving. What do we have to solve for? We got to solve for A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Goes all the way to G. So A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. All right. So what can we solve for right off the bat? Well, hopefully you see that we can solve for B and G. Because B and G are vertical angles. So once I find one of them, I know the other. Also, B is linear pair with 107. G is also linear pair with 107. Okay, so 107 plus B is equal to 180. So B is going to be 73 degrees. 73. Which means G is also going to be 73 degrees. Because those are both vertical. All right. What about this angle up here? Angle C. Okay, well, angle C and 107 are same side interiors. So I know 107 plus C has to be 180. So that means C is also going to be 73. I also know that because C and B are alternate interior angles. And alternate interior angles are congruent. All right, so far we're making headway. We've done C, B, and G. All right, now I'm going to go over to the other diagram and start filling stuff out there. All right, I know in the bottom right-hand corner, because these vertical angles are 45 and they form straight lines with the angles next to them, that means that the angles next to them have to each be 135. Okay? A is going to be alternate interior with 45. So A has to be 45 degrees, alternate interior. All right? E has to be corresponding with that 135. So E is going to be 135 degrees. So A is, I'm going to erase these angle swoops for right now. A is 45. E is 135. So I've got A and I've got E. We're getting there, slowly but surely. All right, F, now that I know that E is 135, I know that F plus 135 has to be 180 because they form a straight line. F and 135 form a straight line. So that means that F has to be 45 degrees. Or maybe you saw that F and A were vertical angles. All right. My very last angle that I need to get is D. And there are several ways to get to D, but hopefully This might make my diagram a little messy. Hopefully you see that these three angles together form a straight line. All right, so I've got this angle of 73 plus D plus 45 equals 180 degrees. And once I solve that for D, I'll get D to be 62 degrees. So that is how you can work through a really complicated diagram like that. You take it slow. You take it slow. So I'm going to erase these just so you saw what each letter was. But take it slow. Start filling in what you can. All right? There's going to be several different ways for you to fill out diagrams that look like that. As long as you're using correct math with the angle relationships, you should be fine. Okay? You're still going to get those right answers. All right. So now that we've gone through a lot of examples, I want you to try the you try nows. So I think there are 4 of them. So pause the video now, try 1 and 2. After you're done with that, pause the video and try 3 and 4. Okay, so pause it, try those. And then here are the answers for the you try nows. So there's the answer for 1. For number 2, there is no angle relationship that we talked about between the two angles that are given to us. So I moved that 3x minus 7 to another angle which I knew it was going to be congruent to. And that's how I was able to set that one up for number 2. Another reason I knew that they had to add to 180 was because 3x minus 7 is an obtuse angle and x plus 5 is an acute angle. So those two together I know have to add to give me 180. All right, number 3, a couple different ways to solve that, but either way we're going to need a system. And that should work for number 3. And then number 4, again, messy diagram. Just take it nice and slow. All right, because I have 2 parallel lines cut by 2 transversals. This transversal gives me 0 information to relate back to angle CBA. So that's why I crossed it out. Because there's nothing over there that's going to help me. Because I don't have 2 parallel lines cut by 2 parallel transversals. I just have 2 parallel lines cut by 2 different transversals. And since I'm trying to find the angles congruent to CBA, I cannot go over to this area. Because I don't have any parallelness to send me over there. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions on these you try nows. Other than that, start your practice problems.